Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm King 5, Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Spring, it is here. It's here to stay at least for the next few days. We got some possible daily record highs to talk about here, especially tomorrow and heading into Saturday. And then we have to talk about a cool down that's coming back here to western Washington. Overall, just going to be cooling back closer to seasonal averages because the warm-up that we have heading in for Friday and Saturday look to be gorgeous. Now, ahead of that, there is a lot of sunshine, and today is going to be one of the nicer days too as we see the skies fairly clear. We just have some of those upper-level clouds that are streaming across the sky, and that's helping to filter some of the sunshine to a certain degree. Let's make our next stop. That's going to be out at La Push. A little more fog off into parts of the coast, and that's why it kind of looks a little steamy, right? Still going to be a really nice day there, especially considering what we just had about a week ago. Westward, we're seeing skies that are very sunny there. Everett, we're seeing mostly sunny skies off into the distance. You can see the mountains with some of those snow caps on top of there. And yes, Bellingham also looking fairly sunny. Now, here we are, Thursday. We always try to take a look at what's happening with our soil, and the drought monitor released on Thursdays, and this is what we have right here. Looks like parts of western Washington still doing pretty good. We actually saw some of that yellow shading area, which is indicating abnormally dry soil, shrink to a certain degree. So we have less of that on this side of the state. What you're noticing farther to the east, and maybe it's kind of hard to pick out, but right there across the northeastern part of the state, we are seeing that beginning to spread just a bit here now into parts of Washington. So that's a moderate drought, and that's something we're going to keep an eye on for as we go on here into the next few months. But overall, I think we're doing pretty okay, especially when it comes to our soil moisture content. Now let's get back to the warm-up. Tomorrow and Saturday, 70s, and possible daily record tomorrow as we top off at 76. The old record is at 76. I think we may stay shy heading into Saturday, but that 80-degree mark could be reached by a few spots as we head on into Saturday afternoon. Beyond that point, we do cool back down. Averages at 62, so you can see Sunday and Monday, even though we're cooling down, we're just falling back closer to normal. And then we start to see temperatures warm back up again by next Tuesday, getting close to 70 degrees. Temperatures this morning were too bad. We're warming up kind of nicely this afternoon, due in part because we really did cool down all that much, especially around Seattle and Renton, King County. Saw a few more clouds. That's what kept us just a bit warmer. And we still have that trough showing up here across the eastern side of the United States. That's where you have that dip right there in some of the cooler temperatures that go across more of the eastern half of the U.S. And that allows that cooler air to come in from the north out of Canada into some of those parts, while at the same time we're going to start to draw up a little more of that warmth here as we go over the next few days. So it should be pretty nice. Let's talk temperatures here across parts of western Washington. Now, already back in the 60s in Shelton and in Bremerton, 63 in Puyallup, 59 in Olympia, and yesterday out at SeaTac Airport we topped off at 67. That's the warmest temperature we have seen so far here into the year. Don't know if we're going to beat that today, but rest assured, it looks like we're going to be able to do that for Friday and Saturday. Okay, big picture, most of the active weather, northern plains, northern Rockies, and then heading down across parts of the southeast where they're dealing with showers and storms down into those parts. High pressure taking over for us, so things really quiet here across the west coast, and that will be the case again next couple of days as that continues to build and keeps a lot of that storm track going farther to the north and keeps us in the clear when it comes to any sort of rain, and then it starts to divert those down into Montana and across the Dakotas. So while that area of high pressure is building, that's going to help to really build more of the heat. That gets a little more overhead for us as we go over the next day or so. Once you see that those colors, the oranges show up right overhead, that's when we're going to see our warmest temperatures. So here we are into Friday afternoon, and then we continue on to Saturday. It's still overhead, and then we start to see those colors go back to more of a yellow shading, and then even some of that green popping up right at the end of that, just off of the coast. Looks like, yes, more of that onshore flow will return, and that's going to help to bring back the cooler temperatures, or at least more seasonal temperatures, as we go on into the start of next week. Now, what that means as far as any sort of rainfall or really cloud coverage over the next few days, limited cloud coverage. We might see a few here late tonight and into the earlier part of tomorrow, maybe some patchy fog to start off your day, but generally sunny skies, especially the afternoons, and more sunshine to come through your day on Saturday before we have a little more of that onshore flow coming back into play, and we'll keep an eye out for maybe a tiniest of chance of a shower or two heading into Sunday. And as far as temperatures, here we go. Let's time that out for you. Later this afternoon, mid to upper 60s. We saw a few 70s yesterday. Small possibility again of that happening, but then here we go into the night. Upper 40s, lower 50s, a little bit of a warmer start to the day on Friday. And then what some of us saw, especially across parts such as Bremerton and Shelton, when we were well into the 40s. We start off in the upper 40s, low 50s, and then we warm nicely into those mid to upper 70s. Approaching 80 degrees, and might do that there in Renton. Interior spots have a better chance of doing that. And then we cool back down again. A warmer start to the day will lead to a warmer afternoon. So Saturday, more low 50s around. Then we get into the afternoon hours, and that's when we could see in those mid to upper 70s for some of those afternoon highs. Should be a pretty nice forecast by the time we go deeper on into the weekend. We do cool back down, and Sunday not looking to be an awful day by any means, but definitely will be the coolest day here out of the two. So today's forecast, we see highs generally in the 50s and low 60s farther to the north. Mount Vernon actually getting up into more the mid 60s if you're heading up that way for the Tulip Festival. Then it looks like farther south, we're approaching 70 for Redmond and in Issaquah, getting really close in Bellevue at 69 this afternoon, 66 in Bremerton, 67 in Seattle, and then we'll see more highs in the upper 60s to low 70s here across South Sound for the afternoon with plenty of sunshine ahead. And lows tonight, a lot more upper 40s as opposed to any of those mid 40s. And we continue on here on to the next 7-day stretch. Not many rain chances at all. Our pattern kind of shifting to a certain degree, although yes, it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as warm as we go into next week. Still pretty nice considering we get back near 70 by Tuesday and Wednesday after the brief cool down that we're going to have on into Sunday and Monday. And those rain chances again will be few and far between as we head into the mid and latter part of the afternoon heading into Sunday, and then maybe more the earlier part of your Monday. So the rain gear, you might be able to put that away. The sunglasses, you're going to need those here. The next few days, get ready. It's going to be a beautiful forecast here Friday and Saturday. Just keep in mind too, those water temperatures for the lakes, some of those ponds, rivers, going to be chilly, real chilly. So make sure don't get caught off guard by that and have that body go into shock. All right, everyone, take care. Enjoy your Thursday afternoon. We'll talk to you soon.